Hello my beautiful Taurus, welcome to your love reading for the first half of April 2023. I hope you're doing well. Based on the pre-shuffle, I can see someone at a distance missing you. They're quite regretful because they might have realized that they loved you after they lost you, okay? Feels like this person was going through something. They were still, learning. They needed to complete some kind of karmic contract and clear negative energy or karma. And that was kind of the barrier. That was the obstacle. They weren't really able to offer you commitment or step up to the plate or offer you anything of substance or be consistent because they were still holding on to something from their past and clearing karma. So your cards are actually saying keep an open mind and bring newness, because there might be someone much better than this person. I feel like you had high hopes for this person at one point, but maybe you're coming to realize that these were illusions. This person could have been all talk, very good at, keeping you under an illusion that this relationship had more potential than maybe it did, or keeping you under the illusion that they were going to do better and that, eventually the two of you would achieve that happily ever after. But Spirit is saying move on from the illusion of them so that you don't lose yourself in loving them. So yes, they do miss you, but I can't move past this strong message coming through in these two cards here that you're to keep an open mind. You're to go out and meet new people. There are an array of possibilities being presented to you, but you might be a little bit too focused on this past connection. So maybe I'm hearing tunnel vision. So it's time now to just detach from this person. It doesn't mean give up for good, but you are being advised to bring newness. All right. Angels and Spirit, show me this person that Taurus is holding on to from the past. Yeah, trapped. I feel like this person is stuck. They still haven't completed a karmic cycle, okay? Angels and Spirit, please show me Taurus's past person. What is going on for them? Taurus's past person. What is going on for Taurus's past person? Reflection. Okay, so they're up in their head. They're quite nostalgic, thinking about the good times with you and maybe, what they did. They messed up in this connection. Yeah, they're very sad. We've got a lot of regret here with this sorrow card. Show me Taurus's past person, please. How are they feeling towards Taurus and the connection? Divine Empress. I feel like that's how they view you, because, in the tarot, you are the Empress. That is your card. You're ruled by Venus. So they find you very beautiful, nurturing. Yeah. I feel they're very regretful and they do want to apologize. If they don't apologize, they want your forgiveness. They're not very good at expressing their feelings or opening up because we have bottled up emotions. This person is actually heartbroken about the whole situation, but you probably wouldn't be able to tell because they're bottling it all. They're bottling it up. And they are watching you at a distance, okay, from a distance. Let's see what's going on for you. I feel like you feel this person abandoned you. So you might be feeling a little bit angry, a little bit hurt, disappointed. This person could have ghosted you, but again, it's nothing to do with you and everything to do with the fact that this person had to clear up some stuff. You're kind of holding on to them, hence why the message coming through for you is to bring newness and detach from this, because you could be passing up better opportunities. All right. And I'm also getting that you're holding on to resentment as well. You're also reflecting, just like your person, all right? You're thinking back, so you're picking up on each other's energy. I feel like you're reflecting on things that you may have brushed under the carpet at the time. So you did notice some red flags, but I feel like maybe you gave the person the benefit of the doubt because, the illusions card, you had hoped that this connection had more staying power. Yeah, okay, you might be feeling quite resentful because you feel this person played you a little bit. We have tricked. So the snake does represent a level of deception. So, I mean, no one likes to feel like they've been played, lied to, deceived, tricked, okay? So I feel like you're trying to break free of these negative feelings with that freedom card, okay? All right, let's have a look. What do they want to say to you? And we'll also see what's coming up for you, Taurus. So like new people, we'll have a look. Angels and Spirit, please show me. What do they want to say to Taurus? I will return to claim you. So they have an intention to come back. Angels and Spirit, please show me. And we are heading into Mercury retrograde. Show me, what do they want to say to Taurus, please, Spirit? What do they want to say to Taurus? I don't want this to be over. Okay, so for some of you, this person has financial issues that are kind of playing on their mind. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what do they want to say to Taurus? They feel your energy. Yeah, you are picking up on each other's energy. There's kind of like a bit of a psychic connection. Look, they're trying to heal old wounds. So definitely that's coming through. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what do they want to say to Taurus? What do they want to say to Taurus, please? What do they want to say to Taurus, please? So one of the red flags that you might have seen from this person was at the beginning they were rushing. So, you know, they could have been sweeping you off your feet. There could have been a bit of love bombing. And this is a tactic that people use when they want you to get swept up in the moment and ignore those red flags, the things that you know aren't really conducive to a healthy relationship. Things like addictions, things like, you know, baggage that they're bringing into the connection and that they haven't healed from, right? They're saying, I'm still working through my issues, but I wanted to be near you while I did it. So that's what they're saying. Yeah, oh my gosh, I have addictions that I haven't told you about. I'm too afraid to tell you and lose you forever. So there was no accident that I said that, right? Angels and Spirit, please show me, what do they want to say to Taurus? Right, here we go. Maybe at one point you were like, I just want to slow this down, and then they didn't take too kindly to that, because we've got a card saying, I've lost my patience, it's time that I move on. Maybe you gave them a bit of an ultimatum. Maybe you were like, look, I can tell that you've got some issues happening. You know, there's things that you need to sort out. How about you, you know, come back to me when that's done? Or, you know, maybe you put a boundary down and this person didn't take it very well. They took it as a bit of rejection, but it was just you trying to kind of start things off on the right foot. They are saying, I'm removing toxic relationships out of my life to be with you. So I feel like that was a concern for you from the get-go. I don't think you wanted to be involved in any drama. So there could have been a toxic ex or someone else hanging around like a bad smell. And they're saying that, you know, being with you would mean breaking a few social rules. So you didn't want a part of the drama. You wanted to start off on the right foot. You wanted to build from a solid foundation, not on shaky ground. This person understands that, they recognize that, okay? But I feel like they had a way with words. They could have been very charming, because we have a card saying that I'm going to use manipulative tactics to have my way with you. I'm going to have my cake and eat it too. I know I'm being selfish. So I feel like the red flags were about you knowing this person was kind of trying to smooth things over, trying to tell you what you wanted to hear and reassure you that everything was under control. They knew what they were doing, and that, you know, they had mitigated any drama. But really, I don't feel that they did, because they wanted to have their cake and eat it. There's something about this person not having escaped the clutches of some kind of toxic situation. So let's see why. I'm going to use the Vices deck. Yeah, this person plays the victim. So they keep saying they don't take responsibility for this drama, this toxicity. They keep saying, oh, I can't help it. It's not my fault. Like, it's just my family. Or I can't get rid of this person from my life because, you know, I rely on them for A, B, and C. So therefore I'm at this person's mercy. So they believe everyone is out to get them. But also, from what I'm getting from this card is that they just don't take accountability and responsibility for their life and their decisions. This person's very scattered, so they change their personality frequently. You never know what you're going to get with this person. So they wear a few masks. Show me about this person that Taurus is dealing with, please. Who is Taurus dealing with? Pessimistic, someone who finds the negative in everything. So, you know, you might actually offer them suggestions like, oh, you know, it'd be really good if you just did this and that would solve the problem. They would always find an error in your recommendation or your suggestion, okay? Which is quite frustrating, because, you know, you were coming from a place, you know, you wanted to help this person and you came up with some really practical advice, but they just always dismissed it. They always found the holes, and yeah, that's what I'm getting. This person just didn't listen. As I just said, they've got selective hearing. They only hear what they want to. I definitely feel like they could have swept you off your feet. They're very charming, because we have hopeless romantic here. This person is addicted to romance. And then as soon as things start to get a little bit real, they might put you at arm's length or create some kind of space to protect themselves. Maybe plan a trip that doesn't involve you. So then literally you're in a different state or a different country. Yeah, this person likes to play the victim, and we also have the martyr. So this person will say, oh, look, it's just my lot in life, and, you know, I just have really dependent people in my family, and, you know, it falls on me to take care of them, and, you know, that's that martyr kind of energy. Very much manipulation is coming through strongly in these cards. So they like to pull the strings, and this person is a bit of a player. We have serial cheater here. I'm not saying that every person that you're dealing with, I mean, like, this is not going to apply to every single Taurus. This is a general reading, but this person, you know, isn't the most loyal is what I'm getting here, okay? They're always kind of they have a bit of a wandering eye. They do like drama. I feel like they court it. I'm hearing that they court drama. They create drama. They like it. They get off on it. They might purposely or even subconsciously create problems so that they can get attention, or, you know, if things are starting to just get a little bit too smooth sailing, they get bored, so they create drama, right? And I am picking up on immaturity. I was getting that with the victim card, because I feel like when people play the victim and they don't take responsibility for themselves and their lives, that is immature. So yeah, they're a little bit childish. So that's what I'm getting with, I'm sorry, cross watchers, I'm painting you in a very negative light, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see what your advice is. I'm going to use a deck that I made, and then I'm going to use the simple love advice. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what is Taurus's advice in the first half of April? Okay, we've got 3 cards here. Okay. This is interesting because you've got one card that kind of speaks to my most recent video that I did for you. Remember, it was about you don't actually need this person to do anything. Like, for instance, you don't need them to take things to the next level. You don't need them to validate you or reassure you in some way or give you anything in particular. This card says, all pain comes from what we feel we need and the fear that our needs will not be met. What is it that you need? Give the energy of it to the person that you need it from. Okay. Interesting. You've got, don't make things more difficult than they need to be. Accept what you know and feel to be right without trying to convince others that it must be right for them. Okay. So the more you try to convince this person that they should do this, or they should be a certain way, or they should be a little bit more responsible, the more you try and persuade this person, I feel like the more defensive they're going to be, and the more they will want to rebel like a naughty child. Okay? So don't make things more difficult than they need to be. Accept what you know and feel to be right for you without trying to convince this person that it must be right for them. You've got, try praying for something with all of your heart and soul and don't do anything else. So this is about radical acceptance. This is about surrender. There's certain things that you can't change about people, about circumstances, and it's a waste of your energy trying to influence things that are beyond your control. So when you least expect it, the thing that you've been praying for will come to you from nowhere. As if by magic. The moment you just let it go and trust that things are actually happening as they need to. So that's that. Let's have a look at the simple love advice. It's just like when, I know I used this example in your last reading, but it's like when someone's in a long-term relationship and they're longing for the other person to take things to the next level, like, you know, get down on one knee. The more that you obsess about it and feel like it needs to happen like yesterday, the more you kind of delay it, right? The minute you kind of just let it go and trust that it will happen when it needs to, that's when it happens. And it kind of reminds me of Alanis Morissette's song. It's Thank You. I think the bridge, it's like, let me just get the lyrics for you quickly. Alanis Morissette. It says, the moment I let go of it was the moment I got more than I could handle. The moment I jumped off of it was the moment I touched down. Right? So you've got, don't worry, be happy. There's something that just you're worried about, and it's kind of just, it's a waste of your time and energy, because when has worry ever changed an outcome? Worry is a wasted emotion. So Spirit is saying, just let things unfold naturally and, you know, really try and manage your anxiety. Yeah, detachment from the plan. So again, it's all about radical surrender, radical acceptance. It is what it is. I can't change it, so I'm going to focus my energy on something more constructive, okay? It says your love life is not created by your expectations. Set your intentions, but then let life's plan for you unfold its natural course. There is a plan, one that you know in your heart, not the one that you follow in your mind. So trust that plan, because you helped to create it. Let go. Okay, now some people make the mistake of thinking, if I keep giving and pouring all of my heart and soul into this relationship, if I make myself indispensable to this person, then they're going to give me what I want. That's the wrong approach, okay? The unbalanced card says, it can be true that not everyone gives as they receive. You're going to only end up depleting yourself if you keep giving and giving and giving to this person. It says, do you get as much as you give? Do you give as much as you take? You might be feeling unloved, but don't overcompensate to try and balance the relationship. You can't reach out to another in the hope that they will reach back. So step back and see where the relationship comes into balance. Remember that you deserve to be loved and appreciated by the people around you. All right, I'm going to get a message from the Animal Power deck, which I got today and I'm really liking. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is Taurus's message for the first half of April. Taurus's message for the first... Oh, okay, that was determined to come out. We have the Skunk. It says set healthy boundaries. So again, don't overgive. It's only going to deplete you. Start practicing healthy giving. Choose how much you're prepared to give, and then that's setting a healthy boundary, right? Interesting. The Skunk. I like it. Set healthy boundaries. Yeah. Alright. Let's have a look at your final message from the Crystal Spirit deck. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is Taurus's message for first half of April 2023, please. Raw Morganite. So you might want to, you know, wear this as a talisman or just get some and have it next to your bed. It's talking about self-forgiveness and the gift of vulnerability. It says, gentle assertiveness is the way now. For the message of Raw Morganite is to conserve your resources. So I've even said to you that you're wasting your precious life force energy by giving too much, by worrying too much and being too attached to outcome. So the way to conserve your resources is to avoid giving in to the drama of battles. People who are wounded may not appreciate you now, so set healthy boundaries. I swear I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. For your compassion and kindness extends to yourself. Express the strength of vulnerability by being honest without oversharing, by letting others see that you are on a healing path so that they might be inspired too. So you can't force this person to see things the way you see things and to take responsibility like you would take responsibility. Remember that card said you can't force this person to come around. They have to kind of reach that conclusion themselves. So I hope this reading was helpful, Taurus, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!